Good morning. This is my first video in non-profit organizations. This is chapter 1 for CBSE 12th, and this will come as the last chapter in ISC textbooks 11th standard. Non-profit organizations. The main area, I think most students are aware of what is non-profit organizations are, but they get confused with the items. When you see an item, you will not be able to recognize whether it's capital in nature or a revenue in nature, whether it's an income or an expenditure, because it is somewhat not familiar like we see in final accounts. Non-profit organizations are organizations run for not making profit. Their main aim is to not making profit, but to serve the society. Examples: hospitals, schools, library, etc. So, I think the basic what non-profit organizations are, there is enough notes to explain this in the textbook. So, I'm not wasting my time on that. I'm getting into the core area. What are the subtopics that we need to cover in this? The first one is fund-based accounting. Fund-based accounting, then subscription account, cost of goods consumed, specific items like entrance fees, life membership fees, legacy, etc., fixed asset account preparation. The first 5 are the very important subtopics that we need to cover at the time of revising or at the time when you start the chapter freshly. So my aim is to bring these things to you in a shorter and a simpler form. So in this video, I'll give you a preview of what non-profit organizations is and how to prepare subscription account, picking some question from T.S. Garewal book. So let me say this once again. The first 5 points are the most important, and I'm going to focus on subscription account preparations in this video. Apart from these 5, we should also know receipt and payment account, which will replace the cash book, which is the replacement of cash book, and income and expenditure account, which is the replacement of profit and loss account. And last but not the least, balance sheet preparations. But remember one thing, you will be able to do the income and expenditure account and balance sheet correct only when you deal with the adjustments properly. And adjustments are just the first 5 things that I explained in the beginning. If you are clear with the first 5 items, then I'm sure you will be able to get the balance sheet tallied. So the first thing is subscription. Subscription is an income. The base of accounts is to identify whether a given item is an income or an expenditure or an asset or a liability. All students who knows the basic will know the balance of these accounts. If it's an income account, it has a credit balance. If it's an expenditure account, it has a debit balance. If it is an asset account, it has a debit balance. If it's a liability account, it has a credit balance. So subscription by its nature is an income account. So it will have a credit balance. This is the underlying term for subscription. It's the most important part, because only when you pass journals or prepare ledger, you know whether to debit subscription or credit subscription. Subscription is an income. All incomes have credit balance. So if subscription increases, credit subscription. If subscription decreases, debit subscription. So first is it's an income and it has a credit balance. Second, subscription relating to the current year, whether received or not. Another important point is to find out subscription received during the year, whether received or not. For this purpose, we prepare analytical table or we prepare the subscription account. Most of the textbook questions will be focusing on this area. if you cover this properly, 60% of NPO is covered. If you cover this properly, 60% of NPO is covered. Third one, closing outstanding subscription and closing advance subscription. Well, these two items are part of analytical table. So once you finish the analytical table, you will know which one is closing outstanding subscription and closing advance subscription. Then you should know where to place this. Closing outstanding subscription will come in the asset side of the balance sheet, and closing advance subscription will come in the liability side of the balance sheet. So once again, subscription is an income, so it has a credit balance. We will be asked to find subscription relating to the current year, whether received or not. For this, we prepare the analytical table. After the preparation of analytical table, we will be able to find subscription received during the year, or maybe subscription received during the year, whether subscription relating to the current year, whether received or not, or closing outstanding subscription, or closing outstanding, or for that matter, any one of the missing information. Once we're done with the analytical table, we need to post the items in the respective accounts. Now, analytical table. Subscription received during the year. We can see this usually, you can see this item in the receipt and payment account. This is usually seen in the receipt and payment account, subscription received during the year. Add closing outstanding subscription and opening advance. So add closing outstanding and opening advance. Subtract opening outstanding subscription and closing advance. This figure is subscription relating to the current year whether received or not. So this is subscription relating to the current year whether received or not. I'm going to pick 4 questions from T.S. Garewal and explain these things to you. In accounts, the most important part is to clearly read the question. Understand the question and then hit it. Dates are very important. Here in this video, I'm going to explain 17, 18, 19, 20th sum of T.S. Garewal. 17th question. From the following extract obtained from the receipt and payment account of Seema Club for the year ended 31st March 2019 and additional information, calculate the amount of subscription in arrears as on 31st March 2019. Subscription received during the year total is 1,37,000. So we received 1,37,000. They want us to find the arrear subscription as on 31st March 2018. That's nothing but closing outstanding. So they want us to find the closing outstanding subscription. So received during the year is 1,37,000. Additional information says there is 130 members, each paying a subscription of 1,000 rupees. So in any year, subscription relating to the current year, whether received or not, will be 130 into 1,000. Isn't it? There are 130 members, and if each pay 1,000 rupees in any year, subscription to be received is 1,30,000. But see what we received. We received 1,37,000. We account only the subscription that are relevant to the current year. Anything that doesn't belong to the current year cannot be accounted in the year. So subscription in arrears in the beginning of the year was 16,000. So this is opening outstanding. 10 members paid subscription for 2018-19 in 2017-18 itself. So that means 10 members. So 10 into 1000 will be 10,000. So this is opening advance. So when you read the question, you can filter all the information. They want us to find the closing outstanding. They said what is received during the year. They said what is supposed to be received in any year. They also said what is opening outstanding, what is opening advance. What they want us to find is closing outstanding. 17th question. Analytical table. Subscription received during the year. Subscription received during the year. That is 1,37,000. Add closing outstanding, opening advance, subtract opening outstanding and closing advance. This is what the format says. Now fill all the information, and with this what we get is subscription related to the current year. Subscription related to the current year is 1,30,000. Subscription related to the current year. Now closing outstanding, I don't know, so I'll keep X over here. Opening outstanding I know as 10,000. You can see that in the question. 10,000. And closing advance, that's 7,000. Opening outstanding 16,000. Read the question once again and identify the items and put it in the table. Alright. So here I'm going to get X. So that means I'm going to get a 10,000 plus X. So this will be 1,47,000 plus X. And here it's 16 plus 7. Sorry, minus, and yeah, we have to add it. One lakh 30,000 is the balance. So 1,47,000 plus X minus 23,000 is equal to 1,30,000. Now 1,47,000 minus 23 is 1,24,000. 1,24,000 plus X is equal to 1,30,000. So X becomes 6,000. And what is X? X is closing outstanding. So closing outstanding subscription is 6,000 rupees. Next question. 18th one, subscription received during the year is 89,200. This includes 1,600 of the previous year and 3,200 of the next year, which means advance. 450 members are there, each paying a subscription of 200 rupees. 1,800 were in arrears for 31st March 2020. So, 1,000 were in arrears for 31st March. The current year is 2021. So, the previous year's closing outstanding is current year's opening outstanding. So, this is opening outstanding. Opening outstanding is 1,800. Closing advance is 3,200. Out of opening outstanding of 1,800, we received 1,600. So, which means still 200 rupees pending from the previous year. Alright. Here what they want us to find is the subscription that to be credited to the income and expenditure account. That is subscription to be credited in whether received or not. Now, eighteenth one, subscription, prepare the analytical table. Subscription received during the year is 89,200, which is this total, as you can see. And stick to the format, add closing outstanding, opening advance, subtract opening outstanding and closing advance. With this, we get subscription relating to the current year. Subscription relating to the current year. Okay. There are 450 members and each pays 200 rupees as subscription. So that means whenever the question talks about the number of members and subscription per members, so subscription relating to the current year will be 450 into 200. That is number of members into subscription per member. So that works out to 90,000 rupees. So we found what they want us to find actually. But this sum would be better if you finish the table. With that, you can understand what is closing outstanding also, which is not said in the question directly. So what is asked in the question, we already found. So you can see we are getting the book answer of 30,000 rupees. Sorry, 90,000 rupees. But we are going ahead with the table so that we can find what is closing outstanding is. Now, I don't know closing outstanding, so I'm going to put X over there. I know opening advance. Do I know? No. So opening advance is nil here. So this becomes 89,200 plus X. And do I know opening outstanding? Yes, 1,800. Do I know closing advance? Yes, 3,200. These two are to be subtracted. So the net amount I subtract here is 5,200. Now do the table. 89,200 plus X minus 5,200 equals to 90,000. You get X is equal to 5,800. And what is X? X is the closing outstanding. Closing outstanding is X. Now, when I say closing outstanding, let me tell you one thing very clearly. Closing outstanding doesn't mean the outstanding of the current year alone. Closing outstanding includes the previous year's outstanding, which means, look, opening outstanding is 1,800. Out of that, we received 1,600. So, can you see this? 1,800. So, there is still 200 rupees pending from this. From the previous year, that means from 1920. and that 200 is also included here, including 200. So that is the highlight here. When we find the closing outstanding, it is not just the closing outstanding for the current year, but it's outstanding till the current year. So any outstanding of the previous year will also be part of this. 19th sum. During the year ended 31st March 2021, subscription received by King's Club, Delhi, via 4,09,000 rupees. So this is subscription received during the year, which is given as 4,09,000, including 5,000 of the last year, that's 2020, 10,000 for the 2022. So 2021 is the current year. We received 5,000 from 2020 and we received 10,000 of 2022. At the end of the year, 31st March 2021, subscription outstanding for the year. You can see me this particular word highlighted here because it is subscription for the year. Outstanding for the year. When they say outstanding for the year, it is only outstanding of 30th March 2021. That means the outstanding of 2021 alone. It doesn't include the outstanding from the previous year. You understand the same concept that I explained in the previous question. I said 5,800 includes 200. Likewise here, the amount that is given here is only for 2021. So we need to find the outstanding of 2020 and add it with 2021 so that we get the total outstanding as on 31st March 2021. So there is a lot of difference between the word as on for the year ended. Okay, if it's as on, it is till that date. For the year ended means only for that year. And subscription due but not received at the end of the previous year was 8,000. So this is, yeah. This is opening outstanding. This is opening advance. This one is, I cannot term it as closing outstanding, but this is part of closing outstanding. Received during the year is 4,09,000. All right, now see what I'm going to do. Subscription received 4,09,000 rupees. Add opening advance, closing outstanding, subtract closing advance and opening outstanding. With that, we get subscription relating to the current year. Subscription relating to current year is what we've been asked to find here. So let's fill up all the info that we know. Opening advance is 18,000. Closing advance is 10,000. 10,000. Opening outstanding is 8,000. Whereas closing outstanding is 15,000 for 2021 plus out of 8,000 opening outstanding, we received only 5,000. So 3,000 outstanding from the previous year. So 3,000 from 1920. So total closing outstanding is 18,000. So we add 18 plus 18. So that makes it 36,000 added. So we get 4,45,000. And then we subtract 18,000. With that we get 4,27,000 as subscription relating to the current year. You can see we are getting the book answer. Okay. Last question. Question number 20. Calculate the amount of subscription to be credited to the income and expenditure account. They have given all the info directly to us. This is opening outstanding. This is opening advance. This is closing outstanding. This is closing advance. And this is what we received during the year. They also added a line that subscription still in arrears for 1920 is 10. So that means from the previous year we still need to receive 10,000 rupees. What is this now? This 10,000 is already part of this 25,000. Because closing outstanding doesn't mean only the outstanding of the current year, but also all the outstanding of the previous years will also be added, like we did in 18 and 19th question. So here this 10,000 is given just to confuse us. This 25,000 is already includes this 10,000, so we just ignore that 10,000. Yeah, so let's do the working. Subscription received during the year, which is 3 lakh rupees. Add opening advance, closing outstanding. Subtract opening outstanding and closing advance. We get subscription relating to the current year. Now, according to the question, it's 3 lakh rupees. Yes, 3 lakh. Closing outstanding is 25,000. Opening advance is 30,000. So that means I'll be adding 55,000 to this. So I get 3,55,000. Closing advance is given as 70,000. And opening closing outstanding, opening outstanding, 70,000 over here, and 50,000 here. All right, opening outstanding 50, closing advance 70, subtracting, so I'm going to subtract 1,20,000 from this. So 3,55,000 minus 1,20,000 is 2,35,000. There we get the book answer. So I never changed the format for all these 4 sums. Not in one place I changed the format. I stick to the same format, and I've explained you each and every term in detail. Now you read it and try these 4 questions again. If you like this video, share and subscribe. Thank you.